Well, it is 6 o'clock. We'll call this meeting to order and start with the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America,
and
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if you're more comfortable, Ted, you can move that chair over so you're not sitting between the two tables.
Let the secretary note that we have 2 absent trustees. And then we have the agenda from October 15th. I was not here, but according to Robbie Corey, I can still vote on it.
Minutes, you mean?
Okay, you have to do it. You think to hear any changes, corrections, comments, the minutes that were recorded for October 15th. Now, entertain a motion to accept those minutes. Okay.
I will second.
I got a little ahead of myself. We've got the agenda in front of us.
Did we vote?
We just did, yeah. Clear. Sorry about that, I got out of order. The agenda is here, and I have no changes or corrections. Anyone else?
I have,
We've got on the
it's, yeah, I have one thing to talk about, but it may be executive session. It's under items to discuss holiday hours, whether or not we're gonna pay Claire and Taylor for those days.
This is not on here.
It's on my manager's report.
All right, when we get to there, then we can discuss it.
So like I said, I just put a note there.
Okay, I think the other thing is, unless Josh is not here, he's been spearheading the purchasing card issue. So unless anybody.
Janice is gonna look into it as well.
Besides,
So,
or not, so
Yep.
we'll take that one off the old business and then we'll proceed with the other 2.
okay.
Okay.
That's what we had to do last month.
Also, wait, one other thing, the social media policy, is that also
What is it?
social media policy?
Yeah, it's on here.
Okay, so
We're
we're
old
good.
business.
Okay,
We're good.
all right,
Yeah.
then I would, make a motion to approve the agenda.
Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, okay, I got the agenda, we're good. Okay. These minutes, okay, I have a very brief report. Marion's 6-month evaluation has been completed. We have a revised employment agreement, which is dated 8/27/24. That has been executed. It was signed by both me and Marion, and a copy will be placed in the trustee's file. Second, I have spoken with Darcy Hastings at the school. Our request for the normal amount that we received, $190,000, is in order, and we can expect to pay that in December. And I'm not sure, I didn't actually ask her, do we get a check, or do we?
I believe it's a
Check when we make
I believe it's a check, yeah.
Okay.
that's
Okay,
coming in December.
yeah, it's going to come in December. And it came in December last year, too. I think that's the regular scheme.
Yeah, I think last year Darcy said she mailed it to, I think, to Tammy,
Yeah,
but we can have it mailed here if we so choose.
does she know that, or should I let her know?
I would let her know.
I will do that.
Better to be double sure than, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's better. That way it gets quicker. Okay.
Mm,
And then, lastly, I don't know, I don't think I said this last time, but the attorney had reviewed the proposed social media policy, which Josh prepared, and it has been approved as it is written. He did provide one caveat, however, regarding the removal. The policy has several different statements, and in the very end of it, there's a statement saying that the posts that fall into the following categories would be removed, and one of them is that it says comments pertaining to organized political/partisan activity. He said, don't take it out, but he cautions that we consult with him first before doing that to ensure we avoid the potential for litigation as much as possible under freedom of speech and that sort of thing. So he did comment also in his email back in reviewing the policy that he thought it was a well-written policy. So thank you, Trustee Picard, who's not here to receive that. But that was good. So, we will be back on our own business, we'll take care of it. We'll do that tonight. That's it for me. Do we have, okay, we finance? Sure.
Okay, in front of you, there's printouts of expenditures of this month that we've had here. The two bank CDs are now changed and we're rolling them over,
Okay,
over at 4.4%. There was a little dilemma in Waterhouse's oil contract. I mean, I spoke to him, and Marion spoke to him in his office again today. For some reason, it got overlooked for getting involved in the budget plan to save quite a bit of money, like 15 cents a gallon in fuel expense.
oh,
So when I left his office today, he said that if we could send him a check for 2,000, which is not on this report. I wanted to bring it to the board, you know, like approving that. Send him a check for 2,000. That would get us up to speed when this program started, and then from there after it'd be $4.90 a month, and that would save us quite a simple amount of money, really.
it takes us a gallon.
Yeah.
Okay, over the course of the year. Do you all, okay,
No, we just got 240.4 gallons on the 13th because we actually ran out. Claire actually had to reach out to me. And so they filled that, and he gave us 5 cents off, and it was 781.06, and it would be reduced to 757. And but that would come out of the budget plan. You know, you pay it and then they subtract it.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm a taxpayer, this is along with everybody
Yeah.
else, trying to help save some money here.
That makes sense.
So I don't know, we can bring that up on the new business to,
Well, yeah, I guess we probably need to, but
take on the new business.
Sure, okay.
So it's only 2,000. We don't need to pull the full 5 months up to get us up to date,
No,
Colin?
he said to send them 2,000 and then we'll roll from there.
Okay.
That'll be part of the, disbursement section, like,
Mhm.
okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay,
Other than that, I think that, and, Marion, we may all the expenditures of the money that we've been allocating here, we bumped it up to $1,250. So you see them, where it all went to proof of that documentation. And I think that's all I've got to report on right now.
okay, so we need to just approve the payments.
Mhm.
Move that.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve that, and I'll add to this,
2,000.
the 2,000,
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it now.
okay?
Okay.
Sure.
The other thing on here, Colin, I don't see my allocation, and she won't transport for it without that. Or did I miss it? To send me money. I don't know if she understands that you can do the
Oh,
1250.
really? Okay.
Yeah,
So she's just automatically sending you 250?
that's what she does, yes, unless we tell her otherwise. I don't think last month, I don't know if we were clear on that it was gonna be the new monthly amount.
All right, so then I will also put on this, send another 1,000 to petty cash
Right.
for the month of December.
I'm sorry, Colin, I don't see the 250 on here.
The 250 isn't on there. It's just for Andrew. There's nothing on here for me
Okay.
that I saw.
Oh, I see, send,
But the
Send this
250 's
payment of
been automatic,
250.
So I didn't.
Oh,
put
I
it
see.
on there. Do you want me to Put the 1250 right on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can even make a note if you want to make it easier, monthly or whatever.
So you add that to this document,
Yes, I will.
okay, plus the 2,000.
Yes.
And so then we're down, we were looking at a total of 3,262, it'll now be 2005
It's
plus
about 6 something.
62, whatever it adds up to. When you add the two numbers.
676275.
Okay, 1250, okay, so that's what we're approving,
Yes.
for expenses, okay. You need to do that,
I make a motion.
I'll second that. Any further discussion on that? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's been approved. And those will be paid. And reasonably good fiscal financial shape at the moment. Okay, we have a secretary's report.
We do not.
Okay.
And manager's report.
Okay, not an awful lot. News and updates are farm to library refrigerator kicked the bucket. It started making some very funky noises. I didn't put it all in here. I have my notes. I called farm to library. They told me who to call. And long story short, replacing it was cheaper than getting it fixed. So I ordered a new fridge from Amazon and it's been working great. Also, your first in your stack of stuff here, the JA group order came through and per our budget, I ordered the 4 computers, 2 public, 2 staff. And the first sheet shows you what the budget was and then the cost. And we're coming under about $10 under budget, so. I thought that was pretty impressive that it was so close, so. Because that was based on last year's numbers, so I was very relieved that we were able to do that. We're, one of the computers at the desk, we're getting a new monitor because the one we have is outdated. But the rest of them are up to date. And under items to discuss, I don't know if you want to do this now or you've got it under new business, Ted, with the bank account.
I think we should go on with the business.
Okay. All right. And yes, and then, okay, let's do the 3 light estimates. You'll see there are 3 of them in front of you. One is from Lighthouse Electric. And then there is one from Hoffman Electric and Adirondack One. The one I think I put them in ascending order from cheapest to most expensive. My recommendation is to go with Lighthouse Electric. It's the most cost effective. He's at around 3,500. Adirondack One is just over 6,000. And I believe Hoffman is around 7,000. I'm trying to, my papers. So I just see that, yeah, he's almost 8,000 as the most cost effective. And he did fix our lighting upstairs for us and did a fabulous job. And he replaced the lights in my office when he did the upstairs, and it really makes a difference. And replacing these lights, I had it on there. I guess oh yeah, it is on there. It falls under our vision to make everyone feel welcome. It'll be less overstimulating for our neurodivergent patrons. And because they're LED, it should also help reduce our electric bills.
Okay, so those are the 3 required bids.
Those are the 3 required bids, yep, with my recommendation. And then I know we have to vote on that.
We can do that now, can we?
I think so.
Okay. Any questions about it?
Oh, when do you think they would start that? After the first of the year, do you think?
Probably after the first of the year, would be my guess.
Okay. Makes sense.
I haven't reached out to anybody because we've been kind of kicking it down the road for a couple months, but
Yeah, I make a motion to go with the Lighthouse Electrical.
I will second that.
Okay. Any other discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that'll get done. Good.
cool.
Moving forward.
Yes,
Items.
yes. So, and then the other thing I had here is, I know we've already talked about what holidays we're going to acknowledge as a library. And my question for this, and again, I don't know, we may want to move this to executive session, is will all employees be paid for those holidays if they're scheduled to work, or how we want to do that?
We can take that up on the new business. I'm not sure we need to go in there and get a second for that.
Okay,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's,
okay, that's fine.
We'll do that on the new business. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. And then I didn't give you guys all of you guys one of these. I got an email from Pam Del Signor. She's the primary contact, emergency contact for the ILL drivers. Apparently on rare occasions, early in the morning, they have instances that are unusual, like sometimes the alarm didn't get set, or they can't shut it off, or there's a door ajar, or something. And she's wondering if we would like Sal's to contact someone regarding these incidences when the library is not yet open, and to send her the names and phone numbers and the persons we should contact. I realize I'm going to be at the top of that list, but I didn't know if we wanted to follow something similar like we do with Mahoney. There's me, and then I think it's Josh, and then I don't remember if it was Janice or,
Yeah.
in my absence, if we wanted to do it that way, or, I mean, I think it would be very rare that we would get a call, but
Well, that makes sense, though. I mean,
Yeah, I thought so, but I just-
Why would you have a different?
okay, I just wanted to double check that that was kosher with everybody. Okay,
I don't,
I'm not sure who's number 3 on the list.
it's either Colin or Janice, I can't remember. I'd have to look it up.
On the list, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Janice is closer to you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're, Southern Creek, right?
No, I'm right here in Hadley, right next to the
Well,
dollar
that's what,
store.
all right. So, well,
Oh, so
wherever.
if you're right next to the dollar store, we are equal distance apart.
Keep the same order, I would say that.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So, I'm not quite sure what we want to do with it. You guys have the Mahoney. There's the bid for, there's 2 different bids for cameras. I did email these to everybody ahead of time. I don't know if everybody's had a chance to look at them. The top one is to update the alarm system. And then there are 2 different, camera ones. One is with lots of cameras and the other one is with a reduced number of cameras. It's a lot of information. I know that. And then we have, New York Fire and Security. They have a proposal to replace the existing alarm and also for cameras. And those are, in my opinion, the only 2 real pertinent estimates. You'll see there's one, it's called, it's Safely, I think. I don't, it's a DIY. They are the least expensive, but basically they send us the package and we figure out how to, and I'm not in favor of that in any way, shape or form. I did reach out to ADT. They have a special business division. She came out, I think October-ish, and did a walkthrough. I contacted her just before I went on vacation because I had not yet received an estimate. I still have not heard an estimate from her, so I don't have time to go chasing after people.
I think it's 2 separate issues, right? The updating of the security system.
Updating of the security, yes, yep. So, yeah, but I mean, ADT is the only other estimate that might be able to do both, but I've not heard from her in over a month.
So I don't think we need to consider them doing both unless we get some special pricing. I mean,
Right,
you know what I'm saying? If New York Fire and Security was the cheapest for upgrading the alarm, but Mahoney was better for cameras, well.
right, right, but I just say,
For this amount of money, we're putting on 3 estimates.
I have been working on this, Ted. It is very, very difficult to find anybody that does alarm systems. This Safely, they only do cameras. Time Warner came out and did a walkthrough, again, before I went on vacation, and they were gonna give me an estimate. I still haven't gotten any kind of paperwork from them. The paperwork that you have is the stuff they did send me. It's just some information on their cameras and sensors. But again, that's what they do, cameras and sensors. They do not do alarm systems. I'm presenting all this so you know I have been doing my due diligence. I've been doing everything I can to get 3 estimates. I unfortunately cannot make them send them to me.
No.
So we've gotten one from New York Fire and Safety, and we've gotten them from Mahoney. And like I said, I had Mahoney send me one with fewer cameras. But I mean, I don't know what we want for cameras. If we want tons and tons of cameras, or if we just want, well, I guess I got myself duplicates here.
But we can also, I think to Ted's point, we can separate these two issues and decide about upgrading
Yes,
the security system.
right. We can just talk about updating the security system and then we can talk about cameras. Because they're two different things. I think it might be easier to go with one company. The only thing that Spectrum had to say about cameras that was different than anybody else is they don't charge us for the equipment. There's just a monthly maintenance fee. So we wouldn't have a big, like several $1,000s upfront cost. But again, I haven't gotten,
We don't have to.
no, I haven't got their bid. So I did send our contact an email yesterday if he was intending to, and I have not heard from him. So.
We actually can't act on this.
No, but I wanted to give you all of the information. Do we absolutely have to have a third one? I mean, there's a possibility I won't be able to get a third estimate. I believe the purchasing policy says a good faith effort. And I'd like to think that I have proven. But if the ADT comes through, I will definitely let you know.
We're secure in terms of the existing system. So it's not like,
Well, we are secure, but should the hot water tank burst downstairs and flood the basement, we wouldn't know unless we happen to go downstairs, which we typically don't. We have a smoke detector. So we would be at the mercy of our neighbors to notice that the library was on fire. We're not connected to, and unfortunately,
it's corrected in these.
yes. So that's what actually started this whole process, was that I noticed we only had one smoke detector and that we did not have a direct call into the fire department. So usually by the time our neighbors see the flames, it's probably too late.
So what do you propose? Seeing if we can consider this one.
I think we should look at the very least, we should look at,
More than two, and we've got two.
we have two,
One for 7525 and one for 1285.
right,
And the existing 72525 is the Mahoney.
Yes. right,
And they're much newer than this, so the other people would be very new.
right. I found,
I think the board is able to make that determination in terms of how important it is. And it seems to me, I don't know, what's your?
No, I feel it's real important, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, I brought it up before, there's no sub pump in the basement here, so if we did have a rupture, either in the heating system or water system, we can fill the basement.
Okay.
I think Mahoney, I mean, they stand behind themselves pretty strong. They're here when they said they're gonna be here for a meeting.
We haven't had any problems,
no, not at all.
You know, so, I mean,
and they're actually
Much better.
considerably cheaper.
Right.
Yes,
We know that.
because, you know, obviously there's 2 or 3 different things that they quoted us on, you know, so.
Well, one of the, I think we're talking about right now, is just upgrading the system.
just upgrading the system and then talk about cameras later.
Yeah, cameras is a different issue. I think we gotta get a little more information on cameras.
Yeah, I'm hoping Spectrum will come through because I like their idea for cameras, but
I'm comfortable, saying that this is a concern, a very concern. We've been at it for 3 months now. We've got a good price from a reputable vendor, and it seems to me we can authorize it just moving forward on it. I mean, that's my feeling, but.
I would agree with that.
You would agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So I would agree, yeah.
So why don't we take an official action and approve upgrading the security system with Mahoney per their current quote of 7525 plus a monthly monitoring fee? Is that, I'll make that motion.
And the monthly monitoring fee is 59. I would second that too.
They're talking network and cellular now, so that it also
And does this hook it into the,
takes away the,
yes, they'll contact the fire department and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And there'll be a sensor in the basement for,
Heat sensors.
heat sensors as well as water sensors.
Yep.
A considerable number of things. Okay, makes sense to me?
Yeah, it makes.
All right, and, I made a motion,
I seconded.
okay.
Yeah.
Any further discussion?
No,
All
we
in
gotta
favor?
protect what we got here.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Okay.
we got that one.
Okay,
Let's
So-
work on- put on the
so
cameras.
we'll table the,
Cameras are okay, I mean,
Wait, we don't have any cameras right now, which, I have mixed feelings, but, I don't think they're a bad thing to have.
And I might have missed it at the last meeting. Kind of G2 information from any other libraries about camera systems?
Yes, it's, a lot of them do have cameras. Some of them have cameras throughout their entire library. Some of them just have them like at the circulation desk. One of the things that been talking with the girls about it is we think, because we want the nonfiction room to be a teen room, that would be a good room to have a camera in, because not that teens ever do stupid human tricks. And then possibly the children's room, and then the front desk, and then maybe exterior, like the driveway in the backyard, because we want to,
Yeah.
because my goal is hopefully next year to expand out to the backyard, put some seating out there so patrons can access the Wi-Fi during the nicer months and enjoy our beautiful view back there with some chairs and maybe a table. That's a long-range goal. And cameras would be good. And the big thing with cameras is they protect the library from possible litigation. And I know that from having my own business, that had we had cameras, it would have saved us some litigation, because we would have been able to prove that we did have the right signs, and that, the parent was performing a stupid human trick that he should not have been doing. And, thankfully we had insurance and all that, but we don't want those lawsuits. So,
Well, I think we should just get a little more information on that in another bid. I think we
Okay.
can think
well,
about
yeah,
that.
I'm hoping Spectrum will, I expected them to have something before I left, but I get it, stuff happens, so.
All right.
So my only other thing under there, what we're gonna do Tammy has asked for National Grid Online. I do have login information for that. She's asking if she can have that, so she can simply go online and pay it right on the website, I guess, versus, paying it through Glens Falls National.
Any downside to that?
Oh, once we get, documentation that, the monthly bill.
Yeah.
we'll
Oh,
see
yeah,
it.
well, I'll have access to it, so
Okay.
as long,
It simplifies.
Yeah.
Yes, it would simplify things.
I don't see any problem with that. I don't
Okay.
think we need to
I think we-
formally say, okay, do you?
No, we just need to give her access,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll just give her the login information.
You had a thing, speaking of Tammy, you had a thing in here about her asking for you to have access to the banks. I think we did that last time, didn't we?
No, this is new, and you said this was you wanted to do this under new
It's under
business,
yeah.
so that's why we,
Oh,
yes,
Yeah, we
it's under
talked
new
about
business.
putting it-
okay. all right,
So we
fine.
just pushed that off. So just making sure. So yeah, so the only other question that I had was, I know how I'm being compensated, but for our holiday hours, for the federal holidays that do not fall on Mondays, are we willing to pay Taylor and Claire for their scheduled time for those holiday days?
And that, I think we stuck on new business. Put that on new business.
Oh, did you put that under new business? Okay, Okay.
Well, yeah, we added it. didn't we?
Yep.
okay, all right. Okay, I guess I missed that. My apologies. So other than that, it's just our statistics.
Well, good, thanks. Thanks, that's awesome.
Right, that's under new business though.
Holiday.
Yeah, this
and
one's
then
already,
holiday.
okay.
Okay. And then the rest of my report is expenditures, deposits from the front drawer, statistics. Our total patron visits were 945 for the month of October.
Nice.
And 236 counted, and we suspect that we missed a few. were from them visiting our tent at the Fall Festival. So Claire's like, do we count them? I said, yes, the library was mobile.
So how many, I'm sorry, how many did you have at your time?
236 was what we counted,
Great.
but we guesstimate that was probably closer to 250. Everyone was just very, very excited to see us. And they were like, oh, wow, we're so glad the library's open. We didn't know the library was open. I'm like, really? So patronage is coming up, and we can't, credit the summer people because they've all gone home. So we're getting some traction, and Taylor is doing a fabulous job with book club. And we have story time on Tuesdays afternoons. That seems to be a good time. And we have an Adirondack Kid Book Club that meets every Wednesday afternoon and Saturday morning. That seems to be doing very well. You can see we had a lot of programs over the last month. Our Great Give Back was a huge success. I think I sent everybody pictures. I can't remember. We filled, they came with a 6-foot box pickup truck that we filled and his back seat. And then they threw 3 large boxes in my husband's van to carry them up there. They were like, didn't even know what to do with all of it. They were so blessed. So that was huge. We tried trick-or-treating this year. Claire and Taylor sat out front. And I think they said we had about 40 people stop by. So that was nice. It's just a nice way for us to be out in the community. And, we had our candy guessing game. We had 144 entries, and our winner was within 3. So that was kind of cool. And we did the lantern walk. That was a big success as well. The Fall Festival, as you know, you can see, I'm sorry, it's 233. She said 236 that we counted. We got 9 new library cards, and there was a lot of interest in our programs, and we had kids sign up for the book club. And then we had painting with Patrice, painting pumpkins. That was a big success. Again, the kids club, book club, our Day of the Dead was very well attended. That was with the Children's World Awareness. I even learned a couple of things. So, and then teen game night, I think she said we had 12 teens, and they were very excited and can't wait to have another one.
They asked for more, right?
Yes, they asked for more, yes.
What time did you do that?
She did that from 3 to 5.
Okay.
And it was widely, and we did have a mixture of homeschool and regular school students. Yeah. Yeah. I was on vacation for that, but they said it went very, very well. And then we had Andrew. He always has a full class.
What is Andrew's specialty?
Painting. He does landscapes. He does landscapes. And he does I'm going to say this. I think he uses acrylics, and I believe Patrice uses oil-based paints, or I've got it backwards. It's the other way around. Oh yeah, very much so. Yeah, and both are very, very well attended. And then upcoming, we've got another painting class with Andrew, and we have the tree lighting on December 2nd. We are working very diligently to decorate our tree. The theme is, I think it's Starry Night, something like. So we are in the process of working very hard. Claire has done research, and she has, I think, 4, and we may possibly get 1 more, depending on how quickly she's able to come back. Different constellations, and like we're doing the cup constellation, and we found books with covers of drinking, a goblet or a mug or something on it for that. And then we're just going to have some random stars. But the tree lighting is that Sunday. I believe it starts at 3:30. And you can come and you have to vote for your favorite tree.
We missed that last year.
That's
as you know, we were able to provide our
Yes.
favorite books and so on, and they did some decorating for us. So it's good that we're going to be able to do it.
Yes. So we've been. I did purchase some cardstock and I purchased a laminator to help make our ornaments weather resistant. And we found some star-shaped lights to put on the tree. So I think it's gonna be pretty spectacular. Maybe, we'll just get bragging rights, but you know. And then we have another big outreach, Sweets with Santa on December 14th. That will be here from 11 to 3. I purchased the film. Taylor has the camera where we can take the kid's picture, and it's an Instamatic, but it's only about the size of a credit card. And then we bought all the stuff. They can come back here and they can make a frame and put a magnet on it. We're gonna have Christmas cards that they can decorate, and then we're gonna do cookies and cocoa.
And
So
you said you need volunteers. What time is it?
11 to 3. I have reached out to the school for the Honor Society, and Sarah Canay responded to me today that she's put it up. They have a meeting next Monday, and she's going to bring it up. And I've asked for 6 to 8 volunteers, because I'm hoping to get 1 or 2 at each station. So I'm hoping it will be a smashing success. So, and then, yeah, the back is just my typical stuff that I'm looking for. I know I've talked with Colin, and he's been trying to help me find a handy person to come and help us out.
Would it be possible, when you do the report, when you give the statistics, could you do those into a spreadsheet that shows us the months and how things are going? Would that-
Yeah, because that's how Claire keeps it, yeah.
She keeps it that way.
Yes,
Okay, so
she
maybe
just
that would be
concise,
good for us to see that, just so we know,
Just
are we
the
up or down
Yeah.
from
Okay.
a given point? It would be interesting. And why that happens in terms of, is it a seasonal affected thing, or is it when the summer folks go, or I don't know.
right,
If we could look at some patterns and they get some ideas.
okay,
And I don't know how important it is, but I'd like to
I'd
know
just say-
that.
Well, this
Yeah.
spike is a lot because of the fall
Well,
festival.
yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, and you
But-
got reasons for why things go up.
But that's still pretty, spectacular,
Yeah.
yeah,
It was a great idea.
Yeah,
we tried.
okay. Anything else? Any questions? We're good? Okay. Good, man. Thanks very much. All right, back now to old business. The social media policy, like I mentioned in the report, was, given the thumbs up by our attorney. We have that, everyone should have had a copy of that, one point we sent it out. Is there any discussion about that at this point? We discussed it at the time, and we were pretty much in favor, and then the agreement was to have the attorney look at it, and as long as he blessed it, we were good. So if you have no further concerns or questions, I think we should approve that policy and get it up on our website. Does that make sense? I'll make that motion.
Okay, I'll second.
Okay. Any other discussion? We're good. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, good. And we did the lighting bids before, so we sort
Yeah,
of,
we already took care of that. Purchasing cards have been postponed.
yeah, we're holding back from the applicant and Janet, but that's or not, that's the moment, okay. So the new business, we already did that too, alarm upgrades in addition to the system. But we're only talking about the alarm upgrades. We're gonna get more information on cameras and that sort of thing for us to make decisions on. Yes, okay. At this point. Okay, and then this was the access to view the bank statements. I think we had this discussion before, and it was brought up. Basically, you can look at things and transactions and so on, but you can't transfer money, pay any bills.
No, I cannot pay any bills. I can't transfer anything. I would just be able to look at it. So,
And it helps you because you're putting your stuff together, and you need to know what the bank is doing, right?
right. And it's also a good way for me to double check, make sure I haven't forgotten something or whatnot. And like right now, I've returned a couple of things, so I'm waiting to see if that money's gotten back into the account. And the only way for me to do it currently is I've got to take time to walk next door. Not that I mind, but it just takes more time. Or I've got to get a hold of Tammy and wait for her to have time to download it and send it. And, it's a time saver is the big thing. And she did check on this. She said before presenting it, she wanted to make sure she could do it. But yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to transfer any money or pay bills. It would be view only. Just like when you get an email document, sometimes you can edit it and sometimes you can't. I wouldn't have any editing.
Can't put it back.
No.
No, I think that's totally
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
No,
No, I think it's a good idea.
Okay. All right, why don't we formalize that with a motion?
Sure, I'll make a motion.
Do that, if they allow that access, I'll second that.
Okay.
And that's for just strictly you, right, Marion? It's-
Yeah.
Just me, yes.
Not to stay. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Right.
Okay, so that was good. All right. And last but not now, we want to talk about holidays.
This is the holiday pay, whether, this is, right now Marion gets the holiday pay, gets paid on holidays. Does Claire as well?
No,
No,
but she is full-time.
Right.
And I know when I was a clerk here, I was very part-time, 12 hours a week. And the way it worked was if I was scheduled to work, I got paid my normal, like I was,
If it was on your normal workday.
right, like I worked 4 hours Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings. So Thanksgiving, I got 4 hours pay. It was just straight pay, you know. So that was what I would be looking for Taylor, because she's part-time. But no, I think Claire should get, you know, the paid holidays. She is full-time. She gets nothing right now other than her salary. She has no extra benefits or perks
We call
or,
it a holiday, but it's not a holiday for her in the sense that.
right, she loses a day's pay,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Well, I think she should be paid, for the holidays, and I think, Taylor too, if she's scheduled to work those days, she should get those hours.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
It's, Taylor's part-time.
Taylor's
Right, she'd still only get, she'd get her 5 hours. She wouldn't get a full day's pay. She would just get her 5 hours. Yes. So she wouldn't be penalized.
Would have been scheduled to work.
Right, yeah, so she wouldn't be penalized for having a holiday.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. I would be in favor of it.
Yeah.
So, and I think within, not having it right in front of me, but within the concept of the budget, I think we're okay. I mean, it's gonna be.
I
It's gonna be
didn't,
very often that happens.
no, well, because I mean, there's only 6 holidays that I get paid for.
Yeah.
So nobody gets paid for the Monday holidays.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not gonna happen. And I didn't factor in her not getting paid on holidays. I didn't think about that. I just figured, you know, she's gonna get 25 hours a week, you know, and I factored in sick time, you know, for she's covering if I'm sick or Claire's sick,
Right.
you know, I mean, I did my best estimate with
Sure.
help from the payroll company, but,
Well, I think it's fair. I think we need
I
to
think
be
it's fair too. I would move that they get paid.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right,
So I'll make that motion.
okay, I'll second that motion. Any further discussion on that? All in favor? Aye. Okay, a lot of that.
sounds good.
Okay. We move to, well, before, is there anything else?
This probably should have come under old business, this deal with Robert Schofield not getting back to us on this sexual harassment molestation.
Yeah, no, he still has not done that.
No,
Nope.
or you, when you reached out to him,
Yeah,
you know,
you-
this is ridiculous.
I'm still waiting on comments about other things.
And you.
Our insurance company's been waiting for,
He's gotta do a closeout.
he's got to get legal documentation from the court stating that this case is closed. So we get a copy of it, so I can further investigate and get us some insurance for this. Because without this insurance, we're, you know, we're just hanging ourselves out
Not to move forward on the sexual harassment.
in molestation. Yeah, that's why we have no insurance on either one of them.
Okay.
And these two cases that he stated to us right here, and I got the documents right here,
No, this is,
Stating that-
they were done.
they're done.
That's-
Yeah.
Well, if they're done, then let's see the proof that they're done.
I-
Because our old insurance company says, Colin, these are both still open until we get documentation. Thank you,
I will take that.
appreciate
I
it.
think we can go after them.
Okay.
And then I think the large question, let's see how it responds.
Mhm.
Some of us have had mixed feelings about how fast he responds.
Right.
I think his advice is good when he does respond. It's getting him to respond.
Yeah.
Mhm.
poses a problem. Now, I reached out to the whole board and asked, does anybody have a real problem with it, other than you? And I've had that issue at times. You haven't.
Right, but I
You
don't,
haven't been doing a lot of.
But I mean, there's stuff that I've been waiting on since way back.
Yeah,
She can't even get, technically, she can't even answer the FOIL request, if I'm not.
Right, I'm waiting for him to tell me.
Without his documentation.
Yep.
So, I mean,
yeah, that FOIL request
this
is
man's
fine.
he's getting paid,
Right.
I hope it isn't because we moved to retainer, which was a lot cheaper.
Well,
You know,
who knows?
I thought
Right,
it
and then
was
the other big one that I'm worried about
I mean,
is,
they brought it up.
Yeah. I will
They
take,
have, they have given us that a post.
I will take that and report back, if not at the next meeting before. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm also waiting to hear about pictures, if I can take pictures of
Then we
events.
will ask if there's any public comment from our public tonight.
If I need a waiver or is it just, it's public, is it okay?
you should always get a
I'm just trying to think of something confrontational. So that we all talk off you.
Oh, it seems good they're not arguing.
You didn't know Tom was a drama queen?
Although I do have one recommendation, maybe for board meetings, the guys could wear tux. And women down.
Yeah.
You're out of order.
Not gonna happen, Tom.
He's out of order.
But then what about us?
Well, thank you.
There could be a dress code for you too.
Exactly. All right, and I don't see, any need, we don't need for executive session, we didn't discuss that issue unless,
No public
We should be
comment
good.
today, Christine?
all right, is there anything else for the good of the order? Otherwise, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Okay, and all in favor?
Aye.
Wow.
So what are we?
Wow.
6:47, it looks like.
It's gonna be-
Record.
Just for record.
Entertaining.
See you all.